tonight, Mix 96 is proud to welcome, along with all of their friends, please put it together for Bowser and Blue.
We're scarred, with Lucien Bouchard, blaming everything on Ottawa.
We're hounded, we're pounded, we're totally surrounded by the bloody Parti Quebecois.
Quebec Trudeau was 20 years ago, and now it's down to Bouchard and Chrétien.
It's a drag, a bore, we've seen it all before. It's the Pepsi challenge all over again.
Jean-Baptiste, they're coming from the east, marching in the streets and waving flags.
We're tired of it, they're never gonna quit. I need a paper bag, I'm gonna gag.
Helpless,
Powerless,
worried,
scared,
abandoned,
betrayed.
no one knows,
No one cares.
ignored,
Diminished.
we hid,
We ducked.
we're toast,
We're finished.
we're history,
We're
fucked.
on the Titanic, no need to panic. Just put your square head on. Boop-boop-be-doop. Before you notify the moving van guy, just put your square head on. And when they tell you Quebec is francophone and you're an anglophone, you are not all alone. And if Quebec's French face don't fit, there's no need to split. Let's have some unity, a sense of community. Just put your square head on. Wackadoo! Got a minute, hey, let's begin it. Just put your square head on. I think it's time to communicate. We've got to relate. Let's have a tete-a-tete. What I really mean to say is a tete-a-tete carré. Hey, if it's too late to assimilate, just put your square head on. You're in the right place. Take up too much space. Just put your square head on. What about the influx of Asians, the X generation and the Mohawk nation, Buddhist, Baptist and Hebrew? Put on a square head too. Let's have some unity, a sense of community. Just put your square head. Yes, that's what I said. Just put your square head on. Yeah. Welcome! Welcome to Woodstock for Squareheads. Or as we say in French, la Fete Carree. Now tonight's show will be in English. Or as we say in Quebec, in another language. Now we're from here and we try to take some of the pain away. So just think of us as a local anesthetic. We're here to show that there is a positive side to being Anglophone in Quebec. In other words, we're all here because we're not all there. News reports backstage confirm that this is indeed the largest gathering of Anglos since the pre-referendum rally of 1995. Yes, and it'll be twice as funny, too. And although it will be a moving experience, we certainly hope it doesn't make you want to move. So have fun, because tonight, for one glorious night, everyone is an Anglophone. No matter what language you speak at home. No matter where your parents went to school. No matter how many teeth you have. No matter how much money you have, everyone is an Anglophone. And what do you do if you're not an Anglophone? Well, it's easy. You can join the club. Now, I can see that some of you have them on, those bags they gave you when you came in. Now is the time, ladies and gentlemen. Put on your Squareheads right now, please. Come on, everybody together. This is a group communal love-in. Can you feel the love? Can you feel it? I can feel the love in the room. We are going to take a picture now. This is for the national news, ladies and gentlemen. For the national news, let's show everybody across Canada. The Squareheads of Montreal are rising up. Square power. If you only knew what that looked like. It's wonderful.
I'm a real squarehead. Wow. Is that better? He's not a squarehead.
I'm a split, you know, come on. What do you mean I'm not a squarehead? I'm bilingual Quebecer, but you know. Hey, what can I say, you know? Long live Bowser and Blue, all right, guys. Keep up the good work, all right.
Well, I think it's time we introduced ourselves.
Okay.
I'm George Bowser.
I'm Ricky Blue. How do you do?
Nice to meet you. Ricky Blue is his nom de plume.
Yeah, Richard Bleu is my nom de souche. Because here in Montreal, we're bilingual and proud of it.
That's right. Yes. Although it does confuse the tourists. Like, they go to a swimming pool and see a sign that says, piss in. And you know, in Montreal, it's remarkable, but even the bums are bilingual in Montreal.
Yes, indeed. Puts Preston Manning to shame.
You'll see them everywhere. Spirit change, de chance, s'il vous plaît. Merci beaucoup, thank you very much. Have a nice day. Mange la merde.
Speaking of manging Lamard, let's celebrate Poutine.
Ah. Have you noticed, Rick, that the first syllable of poutine is poo?
The night they invented poutine, it was a most peculiar scene. Jeanette Renault was shy and thin. The Nordiques began to win. Jacques Parizeau sang, God Save the Queen. The night they invented poutine, Mayor Bork's thumb turned green.
It's such a starchy feast. It comes from the Far East.
China?
No, the Sheen.
The night they invented poutine. The night they invented poutine.
No one knows the precise origin, where or when this food did begin. Everybody in Quebec will tell you with a grin, it was their little village that invented the poutine.
To be really authentic, the potatoes must be old, the gravy must be hot, and the cheese must be cold. With a journal to Montreal, wherever it is sold, served with a roll in a bowl by a troll.
You put some potatoes and some cheese in a tin, but the cheese won't melt till you put the gravy in. Then it sticks to your fork and it dribbles down your chin, and that's how you know that you're eating a poutine.
If the French fries are greasy and the gravy's nice and hot, the cheese curds melt as they come out of the pot. Once in your stomach, it congeals into a knot. If your food does that, poutine is what you got.
Some use mozzarella, but that isn't really it. And they serve it at McDonald's, but the French fries are shit. And we hate to be picky, but we have to admit, it's hard to eat when the cook has a sit.
Well, there's no way anyone would call it haute cuisine. It isn't really junk food, it's something in between. But it's better than a burger or a Mike submarine. A balanced diet is a beer and a poutine. Hey!
Terrific.
Never ate one before last night. Never saw one before last night. Saw it up on that screen there in grand and glorious color, and it inspired him to go out, and now it is his favorite dish. 3 already today, and it's only 8 o'clock.
Yeah, it's good. Very, very good.
You know what the problem is? I'll tell you what the problem is. It's this can of spray paint. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's a Quebec nationalist starter kit. Now, you've all seen those signs, right? They have arrête on top and stop underneath, but parts of stop have been cleverly sprayed out so that it now reads 101. Pardon me, but doesn't that sign now say arrête 101?
No, that's not what's being sprayed at all. No, that's not a 101. What they're putting up is IOI. The sign reads arrête aïe. Yes. Hey, I can remember when 101 was a slight fever. When 101 was just a bunch of Dalmatians. I can remember when 101 was the speed limit on Dorchester Boulevard. Hey, I can remember when Dorchester Boulevard was Dorchester Boulevard! Yes! And I know a place where 101 was just closing time in a bar. Where the October crisis was when the Blue Jays got that close.
Ah, you mean Toronto.
Yes, I mean Toronto. Toronto, where a mixed marriage is a man and a woman. Toronto, where S and M just means Scarborough and Mississauga. Or perhaps in Brick's case, sleep and Metamucil. Toronto, where all the cabbies have gas. Propane gas. Toronto, where Don Valley is not a mafia boss.
You can keep 101. Give me the 401.
Toronto, come to Toronto. It's an Indian word that means it's boring, but it's clean. Toronto, come to Toronto. Just bend over and someone will drive you home. I went into a restaurant, I ordered tongue à la française, and the waiter came and stuck it in my ear. I turned to my companion and I said, if I were you, I wouldn't order Greek sausage here. Toronto, come to Toronto. We can have a ball. Whoops, too late, last call. Toronto, come to Toronto. Just bend over and someone will drive you home. Yes, we played in Toronto, and much to our surprise, it was exciting, it was grand. I said, is there anybody here from Montreal? And everybody there put up their hand. Toronto, come to Toronto. Are we having fun yet?
Put out that cigarette.
Woo! Toronto, come to Toronto. Just bend over and someone will drive you home.
I'd just like to say I love Bowser and Blue, and if anybody's listening, I also like Mix 96. Yeah!
It's a wonderful excuse to be outdoors and a wonderful summer evening. And I love Bowser and Blue.
There's no more organ at the Forum. We'll never hear ever again. We fans think that organ goes with hockey. We don't want to hear a dumb disc jockey. Now the organ is scrapped. We no longer know when to clap.
An organ is for building esprit de corps. A theme helps the team work up steam so they can score. The game's not the same as the way it was before. The organist would loom large for an extremely small charge. There's no more organ at the forum. We'll never hear ever again. John Wayne Bobbitt, we're a bit like you. We've all lost a vital organ too. When the organ was here, we knew when to go for a beer, or when to stand up and shriek, or when to go for a link. Hockey without organ is a terrible mistake. Like a movie without popcorn, or a birthday without cake. Like smoked meat without the rye, or Don Cherry with no tie. There's no more organ. What do you think to the organ leaving for? When they closed the old Montreal Forum, people got souvenirs and most people took the seats. Well, we took something better. We got the organ. And to bring it out for us tonight, there's none other than Montreal Canadiens scoring champion and Hockey Hall of Famer, Mr. Dickie Moore. Mr. Dickie Moore is here. Take a bow, Dickie. Come forward. Take a bow. Thank you very much.
You know, this is the greatest city in the world. And we're proud to be Canadian.
Right this way.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please give a warm Montreal welcome to Queen Elizabeth.
To all my dearest Quebecois subjects, let me say unashamedly that Quebec is undeniably where I feel most at home in Canada. To understand why, one need only look at my own family. My eldest son, Prince Charles, separated. My son, Prince Andrew, separated. My sister, Princess Margaret, also separated. So you see, I am quite familiar with the concept of separation. And as a sovereign, I am not afraid of sovereignty. Ever since we British lost Hong Kong, I've been looking for a quaint little foreign land to colonize. And I think I have found it here in Quebec. stay. That is, of course, if you would agree to have me. And that is also if you agree to two small conditions. The first condition is that adorable little symbol on the Quebec flag will henceforth be known not as the fleur de lis, but as the fleur d'Elizabeth. The second condition is that if and when Quebec finally does separate, you will keep my picture on all of your money. Or what's left of it. Despite my age, my portrait remains a lot more attractive than that of Louise Baudouin or Camille Laurent. To conclude, let me once again say that it is great to be back in Quebec. I sincerely hope you will let me be your monarch. Please inform me of your decision, care of the Delta Hotel where I am staying. Unfortunately, they were all booked up at the Queenie. So good night, my dear subjects.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you in the role of Her Majesty the Queen none other than José Legault. Yes, it is true. José Legault, author, political scientist, columnist for Le Devoir. I'm sure you read it every morning. This is José Legault. José Legault has a secret life too.
Oh, Bowser and Blue for sure. Yeah, absolutely. The best. They're funny men. They're terrific.
You agree? Oh, yes, for sure. I'm the CJAD gang, too.
Now, how did all you guys get roped into this?
What do you mean roped into this? This is a firing offense and we don't show up.
I rest my case. No, actually, what happened is Steve asked us to do it, and we did it nonetheless. So, just because we thought it was important, so that's why we did it.
It's a strange thing about being an Anglophone in Quebec. You know, we all seem to be lumped together into one homogeneous group. But that's not true at all. We Anglos in Quebec are actually a melting pot of many different cultures and backgrounds. Why, even the Quebec government recognizes the diversity of our community. They divide us into two groups, money and ethnics. Yeah, you're referring to Jacques Parizeau's famous referendum night speech. Well, you know, everybody knows about that speech, but what I found amusing was the next morning when Monique Simard was trying to explain it to the press. She said, "Hey, what do you want? He's resigning. What more could you ask for? A public stoning?" I figure, no, being publicly stoned was what got him into trouble in the first place.
Money in the ethnic vote. Money in the ethnic votes. It was Jacques' immortal quote. Money in the ethnic vote. Jacques' ungracious speech created all kinds of ill will. If he wants to clear it up, it'll take more than clear a sill. When he went to Bermuda to suntan his potbelly, we ethnics got our revenge. We sent his luggage to Delhi. Money in the ethnic votes. Money in the ethnic votes. It's always the same scapegoat. Money and the ethnic vote. Money and the ethnic vote.
Yeah, well, what I don't understand is what's wrong with money? I mean, is it so bad to be rich? Let's talk money. George, you're from Westmount.
Yes, and proud of it. Westmount, a bloke sanctuary. Westmount, where you may never hear. Can I borrow your copy of La Presse? Westmount, where you may never hear, Dad, I'd like to work this summer. Westmount, where you may never hear, would you care for another glass of Harfang Denage? Westmount, where you may never hear, that's a nice beret. Westmount, where you may never hear, aren't these trailer parks wonderful? Westmount, where you may never hear, I got my mini lotto. Westmount, where you may never hear, the neighbors have got a dog. How nice. Westmount, where you may never hear, I bought this at Value Village. Where you may never hear, Salut Gaston.
But you might hear this song.
I live in Westmount, and I'm glad that I do. Live in Westmount, you'd be very glad too. The joy of Westmount is complete at the corner of Victoria and Sherbrooke Street. There's everything that Westmount stands for. 3 banks and a liquor store. I live in Westmount, and I'm proud to be in Lower Westmount or Upper St. Henri. Here I sit in the Westmount sun to the sound of an Italian mowing my lawn. Living in Westmount is perfect bliss. I can pretend Bouchard doesn't exist. Westmount, such a lovely place, with golden agers dressed in white with smiles on their face. Westmount, it's the place for me, with kids in uniforms going to schools that charge outrageous fees. I live in Westmount, and I'm glad that I do. Live in Westmount, now Mulroney does too. 2 terms as PM, times are hard. Brian slipped below the boulevard. He must be glad he didn't go for 3. He might have ended up in NDG. I live in Westmount.
Thank you. Thank you. So that was a song about money. Now let's do a song about ethnics. And what's wrong with being ethnic? George and I recently found that here in Montreal, we're considered ethnics.
It's true. It has come to my attention that we are goys. What is a goy? A goy is someone who thinks a yarmulke is a motorcycle. A goy is someone who thinks Yom Kippur means that fish over there. A goy is someone who goes to a bar mitzvah and looks for the bar. Goy is someone who thinks a bagel is a hunting dog. Or the brown derby is a horse race. A goy is someone who hears the word putts and thinks of golf. And last but not least, a goy is me. A goy in Montreal. I felt lost and alone in a sea of francophones. I was looking for a way to finagle, a way to stick around in this ever-changing town. My lifesaver turned out to be a bagel. I no longer wanted to rent a moving truck. I no longer felt as if I was a schmuck. We can stick together if we function as a group. What this country needs is a bowl of chicken soup. It won't help, it can't hide. Oi, 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 there's so much to enjoy. Come to where the portions are not small. Oi, 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 every girl and boy, it's good to be a guy in Montreal. Traditions today are waning away, but to me they're not just ephemeral. So when my son arrived to have him circumcised, I had to take him to the Jewish general. Until then I was the sort of man who thought the Jewish general was Moshe Dayan. A question of etiquette into my mind it slipped. When your son is circumcised, do you leave a tip? Oi, 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 there's so much to enjoy. You don't have to be a Sadie or a Saul. Oi, 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 every girl and boy, it's good to be a guy in Montreal. I like to take my belly into a Jewish deli and eat a little smoked meat on rye bread. One thing bothers me, how can you be kosher and live in Hampstead? Some Jewish delis ran afoul of the law. Saul's Bagel Basement isn't called that anymore. The name has been changed, and if you give them a call, they'll answer the phone. Hello, Bagel Sue Saul. Oi, 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 there's so much to enjoy. Come to where the portions are not small. Oi, 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 every girl and boy, it's good to be a guy in Montreal. Come on out and take a bow, guys. The Montreal Klezmorim. Did I pronounce that right? I want you to see the t-shirt. Absolutely Jewish. That's what it says. Guys, you're wonderful. Thank you very much. Go, you better go now. You take up too much space. Yes, there are many, many different ethnic groups here in Montreal. You can usually tell them by their colorful costume, their native music, and their strange customs. Of course, I'm referring to West Islanders. Ladies and gentlemen, here's a West Islander right now, Mr. Jerry Mercer of April Wine. For years, I used to think that here in Montreal, an April wine was, won't winter ever end?
Take me to Miami.
No, it's one of the great rock groups that we've exported from Montreal. And they're still playing, ladies and gentlemen, still playing today. Jerry's from the West Island, and so am I. I'm from the West Island, Blokensfield. Yes, Beaconsfield, for those of us who wanted to move to Ontario but didn't want to leave Quebec. Actually, I moved to Beaconsfield for the nightlife. There isn't any! I live on the West Island. nice on the West Island. Come out to my West Island barbecue. West Island people love to join golf and yachting clubs. Recently I broke the ice when I joined Club Price. Every day we will meet at Mortgage and Diaper Streets. I can't hear what you just said. A jet was passing overhead. Dorval, Point Claire, Dollar, Des Ormeaux, Bay Durfee, Beaconsfield, Centerville, Roxborough. I live on the West Island. It's nice on the West Island. Come out to my West Island barbecue. There we are, right on a rim of a lake where we can't swim, full of fish that we can't eat, 'cause they eat what we excrete. Years ago we used to traipse to the edge or to the Mapes, live bands and a swinging scene, but you had to be at least 13. Samedi, Vendredi, and even on Mardi, we agree bilingually. C'est la vie. Party! It's best on the West Island. We're blessed on the West Island. Addressed on the West Island. Invest in the West Island. She's sweet, she rests on the West Island. The California of Montreal. Totally. The Ontario of Quebec. Right. It's a West Island barbecue. Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen. Jerry Mercer. Hey.
Merci.
Yes. Jerry is bilingual. He speaks French twice a year.
Is anybody here hungry for some of this food? It just so happens you're a very large crowd. It just so happens we have with us here 5 loaves and 2 fishes. And 5 wieners, 2 pizzas. I don't know. We'll do our best. Thank you very much, my friend Flipper. There.
Yes, it's true. You know, what defines one ethnic group from another usually is food. But there is, amongst all of the cultural communities in Montreal, a consensus that there is one food that unites all our cultures, and that is Greek. I am hungry and I'm near Park Avenue. I listen to my stomach and it tells me what to do. And it draws me to where there's no air in the air. And thousands of bazookies play Acropolis adieu. Welcome to my restaurant, authentically Greek. My name is Papadopoulos, but you can call me Nick. You'll be glad when you've had what is in this bit of bread. I hope you don't mind garlic or it's going to make you sick. I am not very picky, souvlaki and tzatziki, and a dessert of sticky goo. And when I want to lose all of my worry blues, I'll have a round of ouzo too. My clients find bouzouki music always casts a spell. And though it's unfamiliar, they like it very well. Though it's not to my taste, so no money I waste. I only have one tape, but with Greek music, who can tell? Come on, I don't be able to sit Sometimes Nick will use the language of his native land. Is he shouting orders out or are they reprimands? Who can tell what he yells at his anxious personnel? It's just as well his customers will never understand.
Come on, don't pay this around to nothing. Maracalo, maracalo. Academy dancers under the direction of Vicky Brillantes, featuring 70-year-old Stratis Miniantes. Stratis Miniantes. The Laurel Hill Academy dancers. I like that. Thanks very much. No celebration of Montreal's ethnic communities would be complete without raising a glass or two or three, depending on who's buying, to the Scots. Yes? The Scots, why? Because they're responsible for this whole mess in the first place. That's right. Not many people realize that Quebec was named by a Scot. That's right, it was James Ross Scott, who travelled with Cartier, not a Scot, who saw a promontory from the boat and said Quebec instead of Quebec. His French wasn't very good, and neither was his English. His Gaelic was great though. And the Battle of the Plains of Abraham. Well, the plains were named after their owner, Abraham Martin Scott, who probably charged a nice big rent for the occasion. And after the battle, when Wolfe was killed, it was his second in command, a General Murray Scott, who accepted the surrender of the French forces from the wounded Montcalm's second in command, a General Ramsay Scott. So the key to the city of Quebec was exchanged in Gaelic, much to the confusion of the inhabitants, who to this day cannot figure out who won. I've got 3 more yards at home. I am.
'Twas the Scots that built this country, it should never be forgot.
In each Canadian family, somewhere there's a Scot. When Sir John A. Macdonald looked out across this land, what he saw before him, a Scot would understand. Those first few encounters with the savages were hot.
It's Indians, not savages.
I was referring to the Scots.
Oh, aye.
St. Andrew's ball is lavish each year in Montreal. All around the world the Scots are famous for their balls. Wherever Scotsmen traveled, there were two things that they brought:
whiskey and containers.
The containers were the Scots.
Oh, aye.
'Twas the Scots that built this country. By the Scots this land was built, not by pea soup or Yorkshire pudding, but by porridge, pipe and kilns. While politicians argue what is right and what is not, they do it in the comfort of buildings made by Scots. In every corporation, they've always saved a spot for a portrait of their founder. A penny pinching, glowering, red-faced, whiskey-drinking, Presbyterian, and hedonic, bagpipe squeezing, keyboard tossing, apoplectic, haggis-eating Scot. 'Twas the Scots that built this country with great big hairy knees. We owe a debt of gratitude. 2 more whiskies, please!
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Royal Highland Regiment of the Black Watch of Canada. Now, mesdames et messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, Quebecois et Quebecoises, Quebecers and Quebecoresses, it is my great privilege to present the two premiers of Quebec, Lucien et Lucien, the Dueling Bouchards.
I've come here tonight to speak to the Anglophone community. Is this all of them?
Chers amis québécois, chers anglophones, nous aimons votre minorité, cette belle petite minorité au sein de la grande majorité francophone. Oui, nous voulons que les anglophones que cette belle minorité anglophone reste ici même, au Québec.
I'm here to build a bridge to the Anglophone community. Like all bridges, it will be beautiful. It will be strong. It will be constantly in need of repair. Yes, s'il vous plaît. And on weekends, it will be closed for no reason at all.
Il faut réaliser cependant que Québec est français, que Montréal est une ville française. Montréal n'est pas une ville bilingue.
Yes, bilingual. Yes, I understand the value of speaking two languages. I speak English at home with my wife and children. That is what it means. French outside and English inside.
Par contre, dans le Nouveau-Québec, ce sera exactement le contraire. Ce sera le français à l'intérieur et les anglais... Pardon, l'anglais à l'extérieur.
But tonight, we are all outside to laugh and to enjoy what it is that makes Montreal a very distinct place to live. And to celebrate, I'm having a Quebec beer, a Labatt 15.
Ouais. 50, comme dans 50% plus 1. C'est tout ce que ça va prendre, 50% plus 1, oui.
My dear friends, English Quebecers.
Chers Québécois pur laine.
Today, we celebrate life in Quebec.
Oui, je vous dis tout de suite, l'indépendance est proche. L'indépendance est proche.
In order for Quebec to thrive,
oui, je vous le dis.
Montreal must grow as a metropolis.
Oui, le référendum s'en vient.
All people who live in Quebec are Quebecers.
Oui, Québécois pur laine.
Quebecers.
Bientôt, ça s'en vient.
It's coming.
Très très bientôt, nous l'aurons.
We will have it very soon.
Oui, parce que nous le voulons.
We want it.
Nous le voulons, nous le désirons du fond du cœur.
Yes, we cannot live with the uncertainty.
Et c'est pourquoi nous l'aurons et je vous dis que c'est inévitable.
A new stadium for the Expos downtown. Vive le baseball libre!
Take me out to the ball game.
Excusez-moi, je n'ai pas parlé. Je ne parlais pas de baseball, je parlais de politique. Je parlais de l'avenir d'un peuple, monsieur. Excusez-moi, dites-le. Monsieur d'arrêter la musique, s'il vous plaît. Dites-lui d'arrêter la musique. Il ne comprend pas, c'est un bloc de Westmount. Would you tell him, please, to shut up, please?
He is an ethnic. Whoa, tabarnak!
Yes, he is a Quebecer. Let us continue.
Non, je regrette. We don't continue, c'est fini, je m'en vais.
Where are you going?
J'ai des mauvaises nouvelles pour vous. On se sépare. Oui, monsieur, on se sépare. J'en ai assez de toujours ces chicanes. Vous êtes toujours en train de me contrarier.
Oh, I'm not contradicting you.
Voilà, tu le fais encore.
Oh, we must negotiate.
Non.
How about a trial separation?
A trial separation?
Yes, trial separation.
Non, jamais. C'est l'indépendance ou rien.
No. What are you going to do? We have a partnership.
No.
Who gets the kids? Who gets the Anglos? Yes.
Les Anglos, je m'en fous. Je veux partir quand je veux, comme je veux.
Is this a divorce?
Oui, c'est un divorce. Oui, un divorce. Oui, monsieur.
Well, then we must have an economic association.
Non et non.
It's unusual to hear you say no.
Guys, you can't survive without each other. You can't separate from yourself.
Just to quote your friend Pierre Trudeau, just watch me.
the legendary Quebec comedian Jean-Guy Moreau, along with George Bowser. Jean-Guy Moreau.
When we were growing up, I always made sure you were free. When we were growing up, you always dominated me. I always shared with you every single piece of food. You always got more in everything. I got screwed. Separation is out, we must not be undone. What would you do without me? Two heads are better than one. I don't think that you can ever seriously claim that being joined this way is somehow better. We never seem to want to purchase anything the same, and it's very, very hard to buy a sweater. Every afternoon for us it's always tea for two, and making our ends meet we have no trouble. It's always happy hour for us, it's always 2 for 1, and you don't have to be drinking to see double. We are friends and partners, in fact we are quite blessed. No, we aren't, I'm unhappy, 'cause Ottawa likes you best. We cannot go on this way, our bed's too soft, I find it hard. Yesterday was my birthday, and I forgot to send a card. I would love to stay and chat, I'd like to go and take a stroll. Well, don't forget to wear a hat, 'cause when you don't, I get a cold. Separation is painful, but something must be done, or we'll never be able to live our life as one. I would like to sing a song. If you don't mind, I'll sing along. Harmony's something that you can only do when there are two. When he sings, there's nothing like a song. It's heavenly. When you and I are swinging, even though we're out, I belong. I like to be part of a choir singing. Harmony has delighted more than you song. We are better united. Two heads are better than one. Well, as you might have guessed, ladies and gentlemen, this next section of our show is the overtly political section. So journalists, start your laptops. Now we're going to start by making some outrageous political statements, beginning with this one. We understand you have to protect French language and culture. We understand we're moderate, non-francophone, federalist, soft-centered, Canadian. Don't say that word. We're good little Anglophones. 1, 2, oh, 1, 2, 3. We're good little Anglophones, and our position is prone. We went along when they changed the rules and sent our kids off to French schools. No apostrophes anymore, and we all can say bonjour. Though we're panic-stricken and hear the clock a-ticking, we'll go on bootlicking. We're your little English pals. We're good little Anglophones. In our noses we have bones. We learn a little every day. For example, I can say Société Saint-Jean-Baptiste. Not bad for a guy with teeth. Though our dollar's shrinking, you won't see us blinking. We'll just keep on drinking. We're good little Anglophones. We're good little Anglophones. And we
we have no backbones when they say French must dominate. Some of us think that would be great, 'cause we like dominant things.
Like studs and nipple rings.
Though we're apprehensive, Vancouver's too expensive. Toronto is offensive to good little Anglophones. We're no longer English, not easy to distinguish. Now we are bilinguish.
C'est un beau petit anglophone. Oui, toi, t'es-tu un beau petit anglophone? Oui, hein, regarde-moi ça, il est pas mal correct, ce gars-là. Oui, c'est un beau petit anglophone. Oui, il aime ça quand je le flatte. Hey, aime-tu ça quand je te flatte comme ça? Oui! Es-tu content au Québec? Oui! Content au Québec!
I remember when Eaton had an apostrophe S, but then it was taken away by the apostrophe SS. A small but fanatical group who believe that we will all be better off without commas. Except for the women in the group. They believe we'd all be better off without periods.
You know what the problem is? I'll tell you what the problem is. Quebec loves Canada so much it wants 2 of them. But I have a proposition. How about 3 of them? Quebec, Canada, and Anglophonia. Hail to the Anglophonia of the I sing, have a banana, I dream about Anglophonia. I will be its king. Knowlton, Bolton, Sutton, Junction, Mansonville, and Bro. We can make a nation function, it will be our home. Knowlton, our fair city, our capital we dub. Our parliament shall convene in the Knowlton pub. To the east, Lake Memphrem, Magog. To the west, the Richelieu. It's what Lord Stanley wanted. Let's make it all come true. Hail to the Anglophonia. It's time to all come home from Toronto. There's a place for you in Anglophonia. You can call your own. We have the words donut shop upon a donut shop, and thousands of apostrophes and stop signs that say stop. Bravely we salute thee, our apostrophe. It might not mean that much to you, but it means a lot to me. When we see the fleur-de-lis lifted up on high, let us lift our buttocks up and bravely let one fly. It's not Polonia or Macedonia, it's not Estonia, but it's growing like a hole in the Ozonia. It's Anglophone.
Politics. I seem to be in the right position for it.
Well, recently, of course, Bernard Landry said that small businesses are now doing well in Quebec.
Yeah, but they all started out as big businesses.
Well, what about Louise Baudouin? What's the latest pearl of wisdom from her mouth?
Now.
Hey, la politesse. La politesse. S'il vous plaît. I don't pick on Louise Baudouin anymore.
No?
I let her pick on me.
watching TV one night in my home in my cozy Westmount encampment when I saw a young woman whose name was Louise complaining that English was rampant. Rampant, I thought. What on earth does she mean? My thesaurus says excessive and rank. Unbridled and wanton, luxuriant and raging. I've been a bad boy, I should be spanked. I wrote her a letter. I said we must meet even though we've had no introduction. I'm ready to throw myself down at your feet if you'll give me some private instruction. Louise, I wrote, please meet me tonight. She replied, never! I was excited, but just to be sure, I said, never or never in me. Louise, Louise, I'm down on my knees. I've been bad and now I'm confessing, confess. I'm loose and immoral, I failed my French oral. Oh, please, won't you teach me a lesson? She came through my French windows. She came through my French windows dressed as a French maid with French wine, French bread, and a kiss. We locked her French poodle outside, and I said, Louise, it just doesn't get any Frencher than this. Though she was attractive and très charmante in some ways, her behavior was strange. She insisted on hanging a sign on the doorknob that said, please do not derange. Naughty man, she said, you have broken la loi, so now you are under arrest. You must come quietly, she told me, and so I did, all over her dress. Louise, Louise, I'm down on my knees. At this game I am somewhat newish. Louise, Louise, do whatever you please. Beat me, whip me, tell me I'm Jewish. French must be protected from English, she told me as I was admiring her figure. And I saw that she did have some cause for complaint, for I was at least 1/3 bigger. She took out a tape measure and she gave me a look, and I must say it gave me a scare, till I saw that she only intended to measure the size of my dictionnaire. Louise, Louise, I'm begging you please, let's get married without delay. And then we'll have children and they'll be allowed to go to school. En anglais. Oh, yes. I say, do you have a business card by any chance? I say it's bilingual. Wonderful friendship. Ladies and gentlemen, Greta Morse as Louise. You were born for this role.
I don't sing. I don't sing, I don't smile, I don't laugh. I'm a dominatrix.
You have a sense of humor?
No.
S'il vous plaît. My topic tonight is living together before, during, and after the referendum, which in Quebec is all of the time. Yes, I recently spoke to Louise Baudouin, who's in charge of the Office de la Langue Française. She assures me that very soon, in Quebec, there will be a French tongue in every orifice. Office. S'il vous plaît. S'il vous plaît. That's my first language. It is possible to have linguistic peace in Quebec. Linguistic peace is like underwear. Sometimes it creeps up on you. I am concerned about partition. More concerned even than was René Lévesque. His partition was here, and it went all the way over to here. But we must not be. We must not be so negative. They say thousands of people are leaving Quebec. Yes, but this is in line with the economic policy of the government of Quebec. We are downsizing. Yeah. It's true that in the end, in Quebec, there will only be the Parti Québécois and Québécois Parti. Exactly. S'il vous plaît. It saddens me to hear that the best and brightest of Quebec's Anglophones have left. But you are still here. Oui, but it is true that many have left. And I know why they are leaving. And I know who is to blame. When your voiture will not start, c'est la faute du fédéral. If you have a broken heart, c'est la faute du fédéral. Ce n'est jamais la faute du gouvernement municipal, ni du provincial, c'est la faute du fédéral. If you put on too much weight, c'est la faute du fédéral. If you have a large prostate, c'est la faute du fédéral. Si vous n'avez pas d'argent pour une vacance tropicale, il faut rester à Montréal, c'est la faute du fédéral. C'est la faute du fédéral. C'est eux autres qui font le mal. Bienvenue au carnaval. C'est la faute du fédéral. Now, we'd like to give a limerick written by Jean Chrétien. Maintenant, un petit poème écrit par Jean Chrétien. There was a demonstrator. We did not agree. I squeeze his neck, I twist his face, and now he's just like me. Oui, s'il vous plaît. Too much violence on TV. C'est la faute du fédéral. If you're fed up with me, c'est la faute du fédéral. Si vous avez l'impression la vie ne soit pas idéale, prenez close your hôpital. C'est la faute du fédéral. This is a sing-along. We must sing together. On va chanter tout le monde. C'est la politesse. C'est la politesse. La nouvelle cuisine. C'est la faute du fédéral. And the flatulent bean. C'est la faute du fédéral. Si l'on ne vous donne jamais une table dans les halles et des petits plats principaux, c'est la faute du fédéral. He's not singing. Take his name. La fuite du capital, c'est la faute du fédéral. Et la merde du cheval, c'est la faute du fédéral. Et le déclin inexorable de la ville de Montréal, c'est pas ma faute, c'est la faute du fédéral. Excusez-le.
Toujours la faute du fédéral. Il y a des jours la faute du fédéral, c'est toujours la faute du fédéral. Il y a des jours la faute du fédéral, mais c'est toujours la faute du fédéral. Il y a des jours la faute du fédéral, toujours la faute du fédéral. Il y a des jours la faute du fédéral, c'est toujours la faute du fédéral. Il y a des jours la faute du fédéral, c'est toujours la faute du fédéral. Il y a des jours la faute du fédéral, toujours la faute du fédéral. Hey, he stole our show! Hey! He owes us a royalty!
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a very special friend of Bowser and Blue, the legendary concert promoter himself, Mr. Donald K. Donald.
Thank you. I think Bowser and Blue have proved once again that as a minority, we are the best sports in the world. And for the grand finale of tonight's show, it's my pleasure to introduce to you a very select group of people, the English Icon Choir, who will be singing the grand finale of the show along with Bowser and Blue. Let's welcome from CJAD, Steve Couch. The versatile Peter Anthony Holder. Editorialist Graham Tete Carres. Legendary news director Gord Sinclair. Original Anglophone icon, great columnist, a great character, a great Montrealer, Tommy Schnurmacher. Great looking Jim Duff. 100 proof. Welcome, Nick Oftemar. Please welcome forgetful Bill Brownstein. Political columnist, Hubie Buck. Terry Mosher, you know him as Aislinn. Take a bow. Publisher, Michael Goldblum. From Mix 96, Terry DeMonte. Pittsburgh. From CFCF Channel 12, please welcome Joe Singerman. And the multi-talented Caroline Van Vleerdingen. From CBC, please welcome national news correspondent Mark Kelly. Patty Kim. Entertainment critic Patricia Rodriguez. That trusted news anchorman, Dennis Trudeau. Big Bad Pete Marier and Andrew the Wiz Carter. L. Ian McDonald. The owners of Beauties, Larry and Hamish Golnick. And a beauty special I had today. Ladies and gentlemen, the owner of Moisty Steakhouse, Lenny Leitner. Lenny Leitner. From St. Gator Bagel Factory, Joe Morena. Mr. Richard Lord. My pleasure. Please welcome Albert Nuremberg. From the Just for Last Festival, the director of programming, Bruce Hills. Please welcome Josie Bogos. Renowned man of many words, Mr. William Weintraub. The man who created, the creator of the superhero, squarehead, Anglo-man, Mr. Mike Shaneblum. Mark Shaneblum. And welcome back, Jerry Mercer from April Wine. The world's premier jazz pianist, Oliver Jones. Cookie Lazarus. From the chairman of Claridge Investment, Stephen Bronfman. Please welcome Robin Bird. Number 14, Sam the Rifle Etcheverry. Dickie Moore. From Alliance Quebec President, Michael Hamlin. Don Dury. The Honorable Mayor of Westmount, please welcome Peter Trent. Westmount forever. Provincial entities, Lawrence Bergman and Russell Copeman. Good old Liberal. The Honorable Francis Fox. The Honorable Jerry Wiener, ladies and gentlemen, Jerry Wiener. The Honorable Sheila Feinstone. These people will be the Icon Anglo Choir to entertain you tonight for the grand finale of Bowser and Blue's show. And let's have a big hand for Bowser and Blue. I tell you, they made being a minority a lot of fun, let me tell you. A lot of fun, us minorities. And now I'd like to introduce to you the CEO of the Just for Last Festival, just put here. And we love to laugh with Andy Nulman. Andy Nulman.
And now please welcome back to the stage, you can join the chorus, stars of tonight's show, George Bowser and Ricky Blue.
let's get serious for a minute. In spite of everything, we're all still here.
Yes.
And why? Why are we still here?
Couldn't sell a house.
Because we belong here. Yeah. Why do we stay here? Because it's home.
See her looking down the highway. See the moving van pull in. See a life all put in boxes, hoping in the end somehow she will win. See him waiting at the airport. See him checking in his case. See him rolling down the runway. Hope is written on his face, waiting for a better place. But we are here to stay. We are Tete Carres. We are proud to say that we're here. We are here to stay. We are Tete Carres. We are proud to say that we're here. Everybody thinks the grass is greener. From a distance, things look smaller. From a distance, things look smaller. Sometimes there's nothing there at all. Sometimes there's nothing there at all. So you go to earn $1. So you go, but you can't hear your friends at all, 'cause they're back in Montreal. We are here to stay. We are Tete Carres. We are proud to say that we're here. We are here to stay. We are Tete Carres. We are proud to say that we're here. We are here to stay. We are Tete Carres. We are proud to say that we're here.
Yes, living in Quebec, you can dwell on the negative or you can look on the bright side of any situation. For example, just the other day, as I was walking downtown, I saw this sign. And you know, I thought, what a great way to end our show, on the bright side. Yes, because we say to you all now, Anglos, go home. Go home to Westmount. Go home to Côte St. Luc. Go home to the town of Mount Royal. Go home to Dollar des Ormeaux. Go home to Verdun. Go home to Beaconsfield.
Merci Montréal!
Merci
à tout le
beaucoup.
monde.
It's nice to hear so many Anglophones saying oui.
We won't go away, and we are proud to say that we're here. We are here to stay.
He only has little bits.
Here's the tip off the old Squareheads. Ah! Hey, that looks
Here.
For the laughs.
what a night.